Here I'm going to show you how to make an application from an existing data model. So let's say we have an application called histogram plot that takes in a tab delimited file and produces a histogram with some descriptive statistics. If we wanted to change this, that it didn't make a histogram plot but made a scatter plot, we could do this entirely from the R API. So from within R, we can get a list of the applications in the system using an R function called getApps. We see that histogram plot is 19. We can make a copy of the histogram plot application, and we see now that we actually have a new histogram plot copy that appears in our system. We can then create a default, well, first let's see what the application ID was. So our new application is 49. We can create a default run directory, or run directory on our system. We'll call it. And what this does is it downloads all of the code. We don't want to install this application because we're going to end up modifying the code, so we'll select no here. Oops. Actually, we will select yes. It downloads the files and all of the associated inputs with the default run from the histogram plot into this directory called scat plot. So if we then go into the scat plot directory, we see that there's all of our code associated with this histogram plot program. So we want to change it from producing a histogram to just making a simple plot. So that requires one change of code here. We can check that this works by running the program. You see that by running the program it creates a results directory. You can go in here and open upper files, and we see that yes, it produces scatter plots instead of histogram plots. We can then we essentially want to remove everything except for the code in our directory. So we have these two code files. We can then load the files for our new application from this scat plot directory. This will load the new files. We'll then reinstall our program with the new scripts. We'll overwrite the existing copies. And we'll see that we have a job to run for our new application. This is the default, this is updating the default results, so we can just say run job. And this runs the new code with our existing kind of default inputs of the histogram plot. We'll generate the new outputs and upload them to the system. So that's essentially it. And we'll go into our system. We'll change this from histogram plot to scatter plot while this is updated. So we can save our new program as scatterplot. We can go to our resources, and we can see that our job has successfully completed, we then go to our defaults, and we see that now our new scatter plot program produces scatter plots instead of histograms. So this is a way of using the command line tools in R to develop and debug an application on your own computer and then quickly turn it into a web application.